The war in Ukraine has entered day 32 and Russia's war machine is not slowing down. The Russian Defense Ministry shared video footage of an airstrike on a Ukrainian Buk missile system performed by an Iskander missile. In Mariupol, residents are hunkering in basements as they try to stay alive and the destruction around them. Fresh explosions were reported near Ukraine's western city of Lviv as President Joe Biden wrapped up his visit to neighboring Poland. Meanwhile, Ukraine's capital has announced a new 35-hour curfew. Kyiv mayor said that the curfew will run from 8 p.m. local time on Saturday to 7 a.m. on Monday, with local residents allowed to leave their homes only to get to a bomb shelter. The southern port city has suffered relentless shelling since Russia began its operation in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky expressed gratitude towards his soldiers on National Guard Day. Zelensky awarded troops and had photos taken with them.
This is the name of the cycle factory. It was a bicycle factory. Ardes, a big cycle factory here, which was destroyed by this missile strike. Look, the smoke in the air everywhere, and the whole factory was destroyed. This is the name, Ardes. Look here, from this end to the that end, which is about 200 meters away, everything destroyed. This factory was hit in the morning by a missile, a Russian missile, and still the fire is burning. And it looks like that the attacks, which we suppose have probably stopped, are still going on, but they have not happened in the Kyiv city proper. This place is about 15 to 20 kilometers away from the city, very close to Irpin, where the fighting is going on, and we can hear anti-tank weapons firing probably on Russian tanks, and this firing is probably done by the Ukrainian forces. This is Rajesh Pawar for India Today on the 31st day of the war. I'm right now here in the old quarters of Kyiv city. This is wartime, 31st day of the war, and people are having a small concert here, and they are trying to find some little joys. They showed up, focus for some time. It's okay. So this is a small concert which is going on. A friend of mine informed that this is how people in these war times are trying to cope up and trying to find some kind of solace and happiness in these difficult times. Can you show the cathedral also? Slowly. Keep it there for some time. This is a very ancient cathedral, one of the landmarks of Kyiv city, and this is the old court of the city. You can see this. Cobblestones, the streets. This is the old quarters of Kyiv city. This is Rajesh Pawar for India Today on the 31st day of the war from Kyiv city.
The Ukrainian city of Lviv, which has acted as a safe space for Ukrainians fleeing the war, has become the latest target of Russian airstrikes. According to reports, 3 loud explosions were heard near Lviv on Saturday, triggering air raid sirens in the city. 5 people were injured in the blast in the outskirts of Lviv. Heavy black smoke was seen rising from the northeast side of the city. The attack on the western city came at a time when US President Joe Biden was in Poland, a distance of mere 400 kilometers between Biden and the missile strikes. On day 32 of the war, Russia continues bombardment in Ukraine. In the latest, the Russian Defense Ministry has released footage of what it said was the launch of Caliber cruise missiles, which hit the target in the Zhytomyr region in the east of Ukraine. In the last few days, Putin's army has launched several missile attacks in Ukraine. Earlier, Russian forces launched missiles from the Black Sea and several other locations on Ukraine. Lusk Military Airfield, Ivano-Frankivsk Air Base, Melitopol Air Base and several other airfields in Ukraine have already witnessed Russian bombardment, which led to mass destruction and loss of lives. The Russia-Ukraine war has entered the second month. While Putin has failed to capture major cities of Ukraine, he has indulged in a dangerous game of nuclear brinkmanship. Here's a report.
Ukraine is bleeding and fighting, second month into invasion war. While Russia has failed to capture major cities of Ukraine, it has indulged in a dangerous game of nuclear brinkmanship. It has now emerged that Vladimir Putin played out a major act of nuclear blackmail. Just hours after putting his nuclear forces on a special state of alert, Moscow had escalated its nuclear posturing. Several Russian submarines capable of carrying 16 ballistic missiles each had sailed into the North Atlantic. In a clear message, an act of nuclear muscle flexing. According to reports, Russian President Vladimir Putin sent the nuclear submarines into the North Atlantic one day after issuing a chilling threat to the West. European media reports, however, suggest that this was mere posturing rather than a genuine nuclear threat. Since then, the submarines have returned to Russian bases. But not before spooking nuclear watchers in the West. Putin has the world's largest stockpile of nuclear warheads, thousands of which are thought to be tactical and designed to eliminate enemy targets in a specific area without causing widespread devastation. And this isn't the first time Moscow is using nuclear deterrence and offensive strategy. In 2014, Putin used a similar strategy during the annexation of Crimea, moving nukes around in a chilling act of threat. With a possible nuclear threat around the corner, the Western intelligence continues to keep a closer eye on Putin's nuclear arsenal. According to a Western official, there has been no evidence of nuclear warheads being loaded onto missiles destined for Ukraine so far in the conflict.
According to reports, Russian President Vladimir Putin sent nuclear submarines into the North Atlantic one day after issuing a chilling threat to the West. Several Russian submarines capable of carrying 16 ballistic missiles each sailed into the North Atlantic.
Bureau Report, India Today.